welcome to my channel, Manifesting Alchemy, or welcome back if you've been here before. I like to talk about manifesting, or conscious creating with your mind, as I like to call it, and healing. And on that note of healing today, I want to talk about one of my favorite things, and that is functional mushrooms. I became obsessed about a year ago with functional mushrooms, and I want to share my journey that I've had and my experiences. This is actually a lion's mane mushroom. Call it lion's mane. It has little tentacles like that, and it's a really meaty mushroom, and I actually have some cooking up right now for dinner that I want to show you here in a minute. So of course I'm not a scientist or a biologist or even a mycologist. It's just my hobby, and I really enjoy learning about mushrooms and the amazing effects they can have on your body. And the more deeper I dive into my research, the more fascinated I am, and I think it's just amazing. So about a year ago, I was going through a training program. It was really intense, and most of my life I've struggled with being able to focus, and I tend to rely on caffeine to help me make it through. And I went to the supplement store looking for something to help me to stay alert and focused. And I came across, this was my actually first one, OM Master Blend mushrooms. And I'm like, mushrooms for focus? I'm like, that's interesting. I never heard of that before. And so this is actually a blend of different mushrooms, but one of them is lion's mane. Lion's mane is known for helping improve memory. And so it does a multitude of multiple things. And there, like I said, lots of amazing videos on lion's mane. Fresh Cap does amazing ones. Of course, anything by Paul Stamets, one of my favorite mycologists for sure. But I started with this OM Master Blend. And so it has turkey tail, reishi, chonga, and cordyceps as well. 2 milligrams, excuse me, of dosage of powdered mushrooms. So, and it does a lot of different things, but I personally notice, at first I was like, oh, maybe I'll return this. I don't know. They got me sucked into trying mushroom for memory. I'm like, I just don't know about that. So the first day that I took it, I noticed that 25 minutes after I took the mushroom pill, that I started to feel more like alert and like aware, and I did have more energy, but it was a very calm, clear energy. And I was able to have a extremely productive 3 to 4 hours. So I thought that was really amazing. I'm like, there's something here. I don't know if it's in my head or if it's a placebo or this is actually something amazing. And so I took it with me to my training program, and you actually have to take 4 pills a day at one time for the dosage. I found that when I only take 2, it doesn't have the same effects. And if I take the 4, then I get the 4 solid hours of focus where I can focus really well. And so because I was going through that program, it was really intense, and you had to get like a 95% or higher on these tests, otherwise you'd be kicked out of the program. It was super embarrassing. I'm like, I don't want that to happen to me. And people had really bad anxiety as well going into those test days. We had frequent tests. And so I gave it to some people to try. I'm like, let me know what you think. If this is helping me, if you want to give it a try and see what you think. And it was like a couple days later, and then people were asking me like, hey Kara, where's those mushroom pills? And I was distributing them out to multiple people. Ended up having to buy going to Whole Foods and buying another bottle of the OM mushroom blend. Actually, I found the cheapest on Amazon at $16, or it was $16. It ranges from $16 to about $40 for this, and this is approximately a month long, unless you share with people. So because I can notice a difference in other people, or was noticing a difference in other people, I went on to do my own little research. So even when I came home and I was like, you know what, I got my dad taking it, that he struggled with focus as well, and Alzheimer's runs in my family. And so I'm like, I need something to help me stay focused. I got him taking the OM mushroom brand. He didn't particularly like that you have to take 4 pills. So we're trialing a new brand that is only 2 pills by the Paul Stamets. His brand of mushrooms is just lion's mane. So I believe that that's what I'm going to lean towards in the future, just because it has a stronger effect. I noticed the duration does last longer. I need that longer duration for myself for sure. So I went on to buy 25 bottles of this OM and giving it to different people and doing my own experiments, wanting to know what people's results were. And so part of my studies here, I noted that 80% of people saw an improvement in their focus and clarity, that their brain fog went away. And 40% saw a reduction in their anxiety, which I thought was pretty amazing. So this brand also comes in a powder form, but I don't particularly like it. It's a little too earthy for me. Felt like what I would think drinking dirt would taste like. So I don't particularly like that as much, but some people like it. And also they came out with a new protein drink. I think it's based off of pea protein, I believe, so of the OM brand, which is another good way to get your functional mushrooms. So lion's mane, going back to lion's mane here, lion's mane there's a study right now for the positive effects it has on diabetes, help reducing blood sugar, and it's an anti-cancer properties that it has. So those are really interesting, and also the antimicrobial effects that it has on your body to, honestly, I believe keep you healthy. I notice myself when I take this supplement that I don't get sick like I used to. I used to struggle with, colds or respiratory issues that I don't have anymore thanks to that. So I'm trialing other things right now, and I've noted that I have to have people fill out a questionnaire, and then also more than anybody's willing to do it more than one time. So I just thought those were pretty significant results based on a one-time experience. So I found I was pretty excited with that. I was like, I want to do a video. Anybody that wants to hear about mushrooms, my family's tired of hearing me talk about mushrooms. So the recommended dosage is, or at least what I found on the internet, is 500 milligrams of mushroom powder a day. And that's what I'm taking in the new supplement. So I've increased the amount of lion's mane that I take. I also noticed too that the people that I had 2 people that had a headache after they consumed this product with the 4-pill dosage, and those people were also on SSRIs. So I thought that was kind of interesting how it interacted with your brain. Really fascinating. I have my own hypothesis on why that's happening, but I'm not going to share it here on YouTube because I'm not a doctor. And it's just my own studies that I have that I enjoy doing and looking into. So I want to show you really quick my lion's mane that I'm cooking up for dinner. I of course like to cook everything, especially mushrooms, with bacon because it tastes like bacon, and I really like bacon a lot. But you don't have to if you're vegetarian or vegan. So I'm going to show you that really quick. So these are my lion's mane mushrooms I have cooking up in bacon with a little bit of Brussels sprouts and oyster mushrooms. I love to add in oyster mushrooms because they have such an amazing flavor when you cook them with bacon. I'm going to add these to my steak in a little bit here. But it's really important to cook the lion's mane mushrooms so that way it helps break down their cell wall to release those nutrients that they have. Also, they can give you a really upset stomach if you consume them raw. So it's really important to cook them thoroughly. I also purchased a really cool cookbook called Fantastic Fungi to help me incorporate mushrooms into recipes, which is a really cool book. I really like it. And then also there's this powder supplement of lion's mane that comes with coffee and cocoa, and it's actually really good. It's one of my favorites. Doesn't taste as earthy as the other ones I've tried, different brands. So thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video, and hopefully I gave you some helpful information about mushrooms and functional mushrooms and how beneficial they can be. Like I said, there's a lot of really amazing videos out there about functional mushrooms and the benefits they have on our body, and it's totally up to you if you want to give it a try. But if you're struggling with focus like I have been most of my life, this may be something to help you out. So it's my intention that you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'm so thankful that you're here watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.